Hey, good morning to you guys. Welcome back. Happy Monday. Hey, listen, today's mindful practice and breathing, I'm going to combine into one today just to make it a little easier for me to download. To be honest, I'm running short on time. And then also for teachers too. So you might want to pause or fast forward to the other one. But I'm going to start off with our mindfulness practice. And today's is all about paying attention. So paying attention is something that you get better at over time. And it takes practice, just like learning anything else. Learning to pay attention and stay focused takes practice. I've said this before. If you practice doing things wrong, then you're going to do them wrong. The only thing you get better at is doing them wrong, right? So that's why when we do math, we have you do one problem on your whiteboard before we actually move on to the next one to make sure everybody's kind of got the idea, and we help out our neighbors, or the teacher walks around and supports other kids. In the classroom, paying attention also takes practice. And by the time you get older, you are better at it. Even with our behaviors, they take practice, right? If you practice getting grumpy and mad every time something doesn't go your way, guess what? You're going to get grumpy and mad, and you're going to get really good at getting grumpy and mad because you don't practice how to calm yourself, how to handle that disappointment. Listen, we all have disappointment in our lives, right? Sometimes there comes more and more, and you've got to be able to deal with that and move on. And so let's talk about now sports. If you practice basketball, football, dance, gymnastics, piano, if you take acting classes or singing lessons or anything it may be, if you practice riding a scooter or a skateboard or go out and like to do mountain biking, if you like to go out and just practice running, the more you do these things, the better you get at them. So paying attention requires practice. So here's what I want you to do. Because anything we learn, we have to first be able to pay attention to anything, even if you're riding a skateboard or whatever else, right? You got to pay attention to things that you're doing. And if we can't, then we're just not going to learn those things. So let's go through our three parts. Let's get comfortable. Find a spot right now. Get yourself comfortable. Again, that might be sitting in your chair. That might be with your head down. That might be just go ahead and looking at me on the screen. You might want to lay on your back. That's what I like to do. I've talked to you about that before. I've shown you that. I like my knees to be up like this while I lay on my back. And then I want you to start focusing on your breath. Really think about your breath. Where do you feel it? Make sure you're breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. It's nice and controlled. And once you're starting to focus on your breath, now I want you to own your thoughts. So you're the one in control of what your thoughts are and what you think about. Now here's the part that we're talking about today. I want you just to be listening to my voice and just focusing on your breathing. But here's the thing, your mind is likely going to wander, meaning you're going to start thinking about other things. You might hear a noise from another classroom and start wondering what that is or what's going on or who that was talking. You might be hearing the teacher and be thinking about what they're talking about. You have to bring it back to just focusing on your breathing. And remember, your brain is going to wander because you haven't practiced this a whole lot. And the more you practice it, the better you get at just ignoring the outside things and just focusing on your breath. So to practice, you need to have a skill, and you've got to take the time to practice it. So when your mind drifts, because we lack that focus, I want you to pull yourself back to the breaths and pay attention to just your breathing. It may help you if you label that breathing as in and out. Every time you breathe in, just think in your mind in and focus on that breath coming in. And every time you say out, focus on the breath coming out through your lips and pushing that breath out. You can also think about where you feel the air. So is it warm coming across your lips? Do you feel it on your nose at all? When you blow out, are you blowing down across your chin? Or are you blowing straight up into the air? Pay attention to all of those things that will help you keep your focus. So we talked about where do you feel the air? What's the temperature of the air? Now also, if you've placed your hands on your stomach or kind of your chest like I like to do when I'm breathing, do you feel your stomach coming in and out as you breathe each time, as you're labeling that thinking? So having that skill to think about in and out as you breathe can help your mind stay focused on the breathing. So keep doing that for about another 20 seconds and just be thinking in and out, and the feel of where you feel the breath. Make that the only thing you think about for 20 seconds. Ready? Go. That's 10. And that was 20 seconds. You can keep going if you like. Teachers, you can pause the video here. And now I'm going to switch over to our breathing technique. If you're down and you want to stay there, you can do that there. Or teachers, it might be best if you have them go back to their desk. This is one that we call our finger breathing, or our what do you call this? I've always called it finger breathing. I think some people call it a 5. But you're going to make the number 5 with your hand. And much like we did for the box breathing, where you breathe in and out, but you have a section where you hold the breath, this time we're just going to breathe in and out. We're going to be tracing our fingers. So again, I like to look at my hand this way while I do it. So I'm going to kind of turn my back to you a little bit. But the way I do it is I start with my thumb. And as I trace up, I breathe in. And as I go down, I breathe out. And now I'm coming back up. So I breathe in, up my finger. And then out, coming down. And then in, coming up. Out, going down. In, coming up. Last one, in. And now out, really blow the breath out all the way around. Down right chair, start breathing in again. And you can keep going if you need to go another round. And you can breathe in. And you can keep going. Or teachers, you can stop there. Students, you can keep going and finishing that round, or maybe another round all by yourself. But that is your finger breathing, where you trace your fingers in a 5 pattern and breathe in as you go up and breathe out as you go down. It's a great way to involve your hand. You can do that while you're standing in line. You can do it when you get frustrated. You can do it under your desk. You can do it right in your lap where nobody needs to be noticing. It's just something to kind of get your mind off of what was maybe irritating you, frustrating you, or even just getting you silly. If you're cracking jokes and being goofy with your friends, it's a way to kind of get yourself back to yourself and so you can focus on your learning as well. I hope you guys have an awesome day today. I might have said Monday earlier, but it's Tuesday today. So we always get confused on these weeks where we take a Monday off. We always feel like it's Monday coming back, but today is Tuesday. So I hope you have a great Tuesday, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, everybody.